We've returned to the DVS Zalen paint shop in Hetton. You guys are going crazy in the comments, dude. What have the positive comments been about this company? We think it's super cool too. Look, guys, at all the things they make, everything looks great, and even without filming, they've made significant progress on the car, which is why we're providing this brief update video for you. As shown, it's fully primed and ready for sanding. You've seen this in the main episode on our primary channel. Daniel has sanded off most of the primer layers from the car, as you typically sand off nearly all the primer by the end of the process. This process removes all imperfections entirely because the base layer is crucial for the color layer that will be applied later. As you can see, they've already been working hard. We weren't present for this part, so it's new to us too. But yeah, the end result is really beautiful. We're gonna sand this later as well. And yeah, we're gonna unpack the car a bit, and I think we'll just hang around here on the property. Look, the guys are watching. But that's not a car, guys. So what are you doing? You guys actually spray everything, right? It doesn't have to be on cars. Mostly it is, though. If things come in that can be painted, then we do spray them indeed. From kitchens and bathrooms to everything. Cabinets. On your wife! In any case, we're going to unpack the car first because we're going to put all the parts back on the cars. Because to get everything to fit perfectly, as I was just told, the lines really have to flow seamlessly into another panel. Before sanding, unpack the car and put the panels back on to ensure they line up perfectly. The lines on the panels are crucial. With the panels in place, you can start sanding the primer. As mentioned earlier, getting the base right is important and has been emphasized. Of course, he gets to unpack the car for your Christmas present. That's also something important. It saves so much cleanup work and it doesn't get into your air vents or your heater. Yeah, imagine all that sanding dust in your car. But it does look a bit sad here, right? The GTI all taken apart like this. But look, I can already picture the end result, and that's why I just know it's gonna work out. All those parts are loose in the car, so I can't really race with it. No, that's true. Those panels still need to go on, so either way, it has to come off. Mitchell, can you tell us what you did with this door? Of course, we missed it. We weren't present for this process. No.
What we did is we filled the doors with putty.
You saw that in the next video?
When everything was smooth, we masked the car again. Sprayed a layer of primer, and that's how it looks now. It's like we're making a transition from this to the primer. Yeah. We make a transition, because underneath here is the filler spot. And that filler spot needs to be covered with primer. And
the last,
we'll smooth out the irregularities with the primer.
we'll send him.
And then the base coat can go on top. The most crucial thing for us is painting the car, which will give it color again. You all are really curious about what color we will choose. Of course, in the original color, because changing a car to a completely different color, how much work is that? Mitchell, a lot of work.
Really a lot.
Work. Everything has to be stripped, the door jambs have to be bare, the doors have to come out. All that plastic,
Things off. Everything has to come off. That's
real work is rare. Sometimes people still order a white bus and then request a black color instead. Then we do it, but that's a new car. Really just new. Yeah, exactly. It's also easier to work on. And here, of course, everything is...
and the bus is
still put together very differently than a golf bus.
It's already a lot simpler, I think.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying. Partly.
Well, partly not.
No, it's all just a lot of work.
And is it worth doing that? No, not always. But it's also a special color. Because I think there are some shiny things in here. Metallic? Yes, there's Paramore in it. Paramore, thank you, Mitchell. I think it's a really nice color. And yes, you see them released more often in this club, and it probably imitates metallic. Color isn't very complicated, is it? No, we measure the car.
Yes,
Spray some club red on it, add some style, and the boss will go check if the color is good.
still some undertones, a different one.
Did you hear that? I told the guys we're going to do a lot of sanding today to prepare for spraying the base color. I'll take you along in this vlog because sanding is one of the most important processes, if not the most important.
What exactly?
I agree, so I'm not just spinning a tail. Tell I know it roughly, and then it goes, you know, without doors, without a hood, without all those parts. You better put your seatbelt on. You don't have a door now. It really looks funny. A grand tourer like this without doors.
You just need to put a bash bar here. Otherwise, when you look in your mirror...
Are you my mirror? I'm your mirror, come on! Rafi!
Yeah, it sounds pretty good for a standard gating.
Sounds pretty crazy.
It's in sport mode indeed, Mitchell. Guys, we're all used to that luxury here. I don't think too much about the sound. No idea. Yes, a little bang.
It pops.
I think this... Okay, launch control. How do you do that again?
Then...
Off the bridge. No, that wasn't the case. Then you have to...
Completely with it.
The computer off. Activating launch control with a grand tour like that, that's really a pain. In the past, you could actually hold the brake and gas at the same time. Then you would automatically go into launch control mode. But now, you really have to turn off all the safety features one by one or something. And then you still have to confirm before you activate the launch. Got it? Oh, that's what I thought. Enough playing around. Time to get our hands dirty. Let's go!
It's great to have a colleague for once. I usually work alone while he just films.
And now I'm just handing over the bolts a bit. That's a nice way to work. Absolutely. If I just... I would like to work here if I have some free time.
She shields left. Yes, also takes a touch-up pen on the right in the end. So if you want, you can fix all those little things again.
That one, yes.
Type it in, otherwise you would get that Danny from home on the cabinet behind you.
But this one...
This car has had damage. No matter how hard you try, it will always be visible in a few spots that a car has had damage. Right, Mitchell?
Expert, someone who's in the business.
That's actually what I mean, that one.
Can see that, among other things, by the little construction details that might not be assembled properly. But of course, we're going for quality. So that car is just going to be 100%, 100%. Mitchell can just open the door from the outside without a handle, right? Impressive, huh? 1, 2. I'm not here, you know.
So we're actually going to fix this side screen in place now. Right, Mitchell? So that the gaps line up, the panels.
Gaps?
Yes, so that all the lines match up indeed.
And then we're going to align these lines neatly with each other so that they fit together nicely again.
I also want a door handle delete. Can
get that done? I don't want to see a door handle here anymore.
What you,
Used to
have in the old Golf 2? A whole handle was gone. You had to press a button on the key. Alright, Swam came up with something really clever. He's actually a really smart guy, by the way.
Incredibly smart.
I want to say it like this. Or should he just say it better? He's the pro, right?
We're going.
We're going to spray the inside of the door now. And we're going to spray the rebate so the door can go in later. And then, once the door is in, we can just spray the whole side in one go. He says this will be done in no time. If he...
Says it then.
So you have to sand the inside of the left side of the car now, yeah. So actually, I have swimming.
I was about to say we have swimming, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I think. We're not going to spray this, right? We're going to take all of this with us. Only this part we're going to tape off, I think. I don't think so. I think there's going to be an overlap here, honestly. So the question we have for you, swimming, is how far do you need to go then? Yeah, what exactly do I need to sand? I would keep it here on this edge. Up to here. So this?
Leave it like this.
And that sanding? Yes.
Up to here.
And then? But then we actually have to cover up those stickers, remove them, or...
Do they just stay underneath?
No, we cover them up here. Oh, of course.
That outer edge.
And the sprayers were just this part. Okay. First, use some masking tape for this.
Do the edge.
Yeah, stick it here in a neat line, then you have to clean it with a degreaser. It sounds so easy when Sven says it, right?
Incredible, but we aim for the best outcome. Who drives without wheel arches anyway?
Huh?
There can only be one. That's why it's so dirty here.
We
are going to improve it from its original state. Is the chef's work satisfactory? It appears to be progressing well, correct? Sven jokingly asked if that car had ever been painted before, which was quite funny.
Did it have any damage? Because he saw dust particles under the paint. Could be factory paint. Yeah, it could. It really could. But then we'll end up doing a better job here. Before we can spray the color, of course, we first have to determine the color code. You can determine a color code in two ways. By reading the color code from the car, or by using the special device. That's why you see Sven polishing a part of the car, so he can measure the true color code, if I'm not mistaken. Right?
I do have it though.
Good. Understood. Very good.
We polish it, and then we use a spectrometer, which is actually a kind of camera, and then we let the computer search for the best result.
Then he comes over with the device. Chinka chink.
Then it says golf twist. I see he doesn't pack it, right? I think the color is called Delphin Gray, if I'm not mistaken. Delphin? Delphin as in dolphin? Yes.
Dolphin? Delphine. Van a dolphin. Delphin. Of dolphin.
Delphin Gray. Is that correct?
Yes. LC7Q.
LC7Q, yes. Is it a
Delightfully crazy.
color to mix?
No. It's just a
A bit pearly. That
Isn't it?
just mother of pearl? No? No metallic?
Yes, that one.
Pearl is in the metallic, right?
Oh, white.
Pearl indeed, I see it. White pearl, fine.
Blue violet.
Yes, transparent. Is that just clear coat? No, that's not clear coat, that's just a mixed color.
Oh, clear.
He suggests applying 2 metallic paint layers without mentioning the final clear coat that would naturally come last. I want to check the car to see which one is best. You don't want any color difference. We can practice on the door frame for a bit, right? No, it's going to be just fine. We're going to mix the paint, guys, and that's a job that has to be done very precisely, because otherwise you'll just get color differences wet on wet. What does that mean, Sven?
A thin one.
A thin layer of primer for the inside of the door? Okay, then we'll go first, then we'll make another color layer. Dan, I see you're nervous. Just like that? No, what's going on then? I just noticed we still have a long way to go.
It still has to happen.
Did I do a good job or not? It really looks like I did everything myself. Going in and out with that caulking gun, cutting and pasting, no.
But anyway.
We're going to turn up the temperature. How high should we set it, Sven? 80 degrees? No, we'll set it to 40. Let's go back inside at 40 degrees, guys. After this comes the clear coat. Oh no, that door still needs to go in.
The door.
Time for the clear coat, guys, and then the inside will be ready. Keep working a bit, and you'll finish, guys. Look, we've sprayed it up to here, and the rest you'll cover with clear coat, so it all looks like one piece. Sven sprayed the door in color again after Don did it. You know. You know what, Don? Next time you have to do it yourself too, okay? Yeah, we're gonna spray now.
Here in the
East of the country, we have always those labs, right? Those drug labs.
No. That's in the south of the country. But anyway,
I can see it already. You can go straight into Breaking Bad. Amphetamines. I think it pays better, though. You guys think so? I think so, too. And what kind of spray gun are we going to use for that? Another different one? Or is it all according to
me with a primer gun, right?
Yes, we have a primer spray gun, but it's usable now, yes. I want this one because it says GTI on it.
Can
Sure, the GTI, yes, you can. Absolutely. But you would also recommend starting with the injections? Yeah, you know. They're all challenging. All of them are challenging. Good tip. It won't work with any of them.
No, that's what it comes down to, really.
But luckily, you can also sand and polish clear coat. So mistakes are allowed, but not in the base layer. Or whatever, not in the color layer either. But the color layer is good. Do you have another tip? Slowly, full throttle.
Half throttle.
Yes.
Half throttle? Yes. Why? No, yes.
Half throttle. No, just half throttle. Just half throttle.
Alright, just wait a moment. Let's review the final outcome.
Yeah, I can see it already. The color isn't right. Having that with your co-parent. The teacher's scissor repair, guys.
What do you like most about it?
Do you have an image in mind of the scissor repair you need assistance with?
Nature still. Well,
That's nice, Sven.
Great. And that pigment layer, that comes later, right? Or that coating? We apply that coating before spraying. Before we start spraying, we put the coating on. And then
before we do the outside, mega.
progress again today. And I'm very happy about that step by step. The car is coming back together. And we're glad we ended up here at DVS. Because look at that. Guys, we're working hard. The car has made a big step forward again. So we're super happy. If you enjoyed this vlog, don't forget to subscribe and like, and also follow DVS on Instagram. Yeah, how he's going to sand out the drivers, no there.
There are no drivers in it.